Something had spooked them. He turned the truck back west, his foot lighter on the gas this time. Beyond the edge of a ruined fence, he could make out the figures of men in the field, standing in a circle. They were thin as scarecrows, their clothes seeming to dangle on lopsided stick frames, many missing limbs. They were also dressed as ranch hands, but Gabe knew that was simply cover, like a thin coating of dust on a rattlesnake. Silently, their heads turned toward Gabe. They'd been standing in the dimness, not one of them carrying a flashlight or lantern. Gabe's men were, among other things, good at seeing in the dark. Gabe shut off the engine. Coolant continued to tick inside it, like a watch, as he climbed out of the pickup and approached the cluster of men. Ravens perched on the ruined barbed wire fence cawed at him softly. There were dozens of ravens. One was his. Some belonged to the other men. And the rest? Well, those were compelled to come, summoned by curiosity and a flicker of magic to gather and gossip at the spectacle. Gabe lifted the empty sleeve of his right arm. A raven separated from the mass of birds and flew to him. It slipped up his sleeve, meshing with flesh in a flutter of darkness. Gabe flexed his right hand, whole and unmarked. His skin felt cold from where the evening chill had begun to seep into the bird's feathers, dew now glistening on his skin. Feathers flashed, slipping into a flurry of shadow as the ravens left their perches and surrounded the men. The birds poured into them, plumping their shadows and filling their outlines. They had the appearance of full, healthy men now. And the spectator ravens, the ones that belonged to no one, fled in a panic, screaming. Gabe strode to the edge of the circle and peered down. 2 skeletons lay in the grass, but they weren't simply corpses, plucked clean by vultures. These were ivory white, twisted into unnatural shapes, the bodies facing each other and knitted together. One was frozen mid-fall, with its head turned backward over its spine. Delicate spires of bone reached out from the fingers like icicles, sheets of what looked like cartilage wrapped around splintered ribs. Black eye sockets melted in wavering shadow, rimmed with a rusty stain of blood. They looked like something cast out of papier-mâché, barely recognizable as human. Gabe crossed back to the pickup truck and keyed the CB radio. "You need to see this, boss." His voice sounded hoarse as it warmed, remembering human sounds. After a beat of silence, a voice crackled back at him. "God damn it! Do you know what fucking time it is?" "You need to see this," Gabe repeated slowly. A static-punctuated breath blew over the radio. "What's your 20? "West edge of the property, beyond the new fence. 100 yards north of the road as the crow flies." He disconnected the call and rejoined the others, to wait in the silence until Sal Rutherford arrived. They saw him coming from a far distance, Sal's headlights bucking over ruts and scaring the cows. His glossy new pickup pulled up beside Gabe's. Sal popped open the door, grabbing his shotgun from the rack, a flashlight, and a box of shells. He left the engine and the lights running. Sal was not one of these men, and he knew it. "Gabe, what the hell did you wake me up for?" he growled, rubbing the sleep crust from his eyes as he plodded toward the group. Gabe was unarmed. His men didn't need weapons. "Dead cattle?" Sal demanded. He didn't wait for an answer, broke down the shotgun and fed it shells. "Was it wolves?" Silence dragged. Gabe shook his head. "Come see." Sal followed him to the men staring down at the ground.